Hello, every pony and every creature. Welcome to tonight's podcast. As always, this is Dratta Arcana, and tonight we are doing a status update. So I've been gone for about 2 weeks, and things have changed for my channel, and we're gonna jump right into it. Welcome to the first episode of Dratta Talks. This is the new name for my video, and tonight is Dratta Talks about status updates. Woo! Okay, so over the course of the last 2 weeks, I had said that I was going on a hiatus to reevaluate my streaming and stuff. What was happening was a lot of things were coming down. Either getting burnt out with both the MLP CCG and a lot of personal stuff going on. One of the things that was causing a lot of issues was that these videos were affecting my state life. So I had done some digging. And before everyone's like, but Dratta, does that mean you're no longer, streaming or whatever? And I'm going to be like, no, it means that I am restructuring the way that I was streaming. So what has happened is I've decided to change what I do for these podcasts. Now, these podcasts will no longer be live, but they will still air at 8 p.m. EST on Sunday. And before everyone's like, but Dratta, how is that going to work if it's not live? Well, Twitch and YouTube have a function where you can actually pre-record and upload the video to have it air at a specified time. Now, with this change comes some other changes to the channel. Now, I know that a lot of you probably subscribe to me because of the MLP CCG. I am not leaving the MLP CCG. I know that I have mentioned it a couple times. This is due to burnout. I will not be leaving the competitive scene of the MLP CCG. But I don't want to just cover the MLP CCG anymore. It has become a regular topic, and I just don't think I have the ability to add something to the MLP CCG every weekend. So instead, we're going to approach this differently. Moving away from being more casual with these streams, just talking about one MLP CCG. Instead, every weekend is going to be a different topic. Now, this is me trying to do things a little differently. Because I'm now going to be re-recording these, that means that Dratta Talks is now a thing. I had mentioned way back last year, like around August maybe, that I was going to start this web series called Dratta Talks. And that's what this is going to become. Now, what's going to happen is that I'm still going to have an MLP CCG video on this channel. But what's going to happen is this is going to be very pony related stuff. So one weekend, so what will happen is that at a set period of a Sunday during the month, we will talk about a very specific thing. So I'm hoping for the next video, so I'm hoping at the end of every month, the last Sunday of every month, will be an update stream, except for months where we only have 3 weeks in the month. Obviously, I will not do an update on those because it would require that it's the 4th stream that month. So otherwise, the next video after this would be the first Sunday of the month, and that is going to actually be dedicated towards talking about things like looking at blogs or looking at specific fan-made content. And that's where I'm going right now. So the first Sunday of the month will be dedicated towards fan-made content. Things like songs, blogs, and so forth. I will bring in the creator of said song or blog as best I can to basically do an interview style. Another thing that's changing is that these are going to be about 30 minutes long now. So I'm no longer going to have this at an hour long. They're going to be between 30 to 35 minutes. So keep that in mind. Now, with the shorter length of time means that we will be covering things more generally when it comes to in-depth stuff. No longer is it going to be things very, very specific. This is to broaden the scope of my channel. Now, every so often I will have a stream on video games or other CCGs. Maybe not so much to talk about the games, but to kind of talk about CCGs in general and TCGs. Also, I'll be looking at things now, talking with people in other communities, whether that be the artist community, the furry community, or you know, other channels. This is basically going to be an official podcast where I talk about aspects in the different sections of the pony community. So that's going to include blogs and so forth. And those will always be on the first Sunday of the month. The Sunday afterwards will be a video based around things like whether that be those particular podcasts. I'm still trying to work out the details while I'm talking to you guys. But these podcasts on the second Sunday of the month will be dedicated to, I had it in my mind, reviews. So what will happen is that we'll have a 30-minute podcast on a review of either a fan-made work or we'll have a review on an episode. I'm hoping to have these where I review them with different people, where we'll watch the episode together beforehand and we'll talk about it for 30 minutes. Rather than do things like blind reactions, what I'm going to be doing instead is doing these reviews during this session. So I will talk with the people, the guests beforehand. So effectively we'll have about 2 to 3 guests per month. The third Sunday of the month will be dedicated to the MLP CCG. So what will happen is that we'll talk about the MLP CCG, but we're going to talk about it in terms of other things. So because of the way I'm setting these up, these are going to be more like podcasts with different people. And a lot of this came to light with talking with different people and seeing, you know, where I'm getting the most views, where I'm getting the most interest. Now, because these are pre-recorded, I will not be responding to comments on stream anymore. Because basically, these are just going to air, and that's going to be the live time. And then they'll be uploaded afterwards, of course. Because they're already pre-uploaded, they'll just premiere then you can view them afterwards as usual. This is to basically say, because I only get so many people when I do these live, I've decided just to have an air time. And, of course, you'll be able to see them afterwards. Because these are going to be more like news and methodical based, so it's like, you know, I talk with someone. It's a lot like my other special guest streams that I've done for the MLP CCG, but I'm just going to run with that formula. So this is actually where I'm going in the future, and I think that this is the path I want to take. Now, this is going to feel more professional, feel a little bit better, and I'm hoping that this goes better than just talking about the MLP CCG. Because I was starting to run out of things to talk about for the MLP CCG, but I think that the path that I've decided to take is definitely going to be the better path. Now, what this means is that I can now record these on my own schedule. And I can better schedule things for other people. So I'm hoping that I can talk with maybe people at like Equestria Daily or anywhere else to kind of come in on these videos. I'm going to be talking with some people that have been on my streams before. And they're going to be brought in and see if we can't work out a couple things. So return guests to my streams. I think that this is the best path before me because I've been wanting to cover all different types of stuff. I just didn't know how to approach the Dratta talk system where I just talk. It wasn't a very well thought out system, but now I think that this is the best course for me as DAG. Of course, if you're interested in things like my video game content or Let's Plays or Dratta explains stuff, this is the best course for what's going to happen. Because I'm going to keep those going. So I'm not stopping my Dratta Let's Plays and Dratta explains stuff or my Dratta Plays videos. Those will still be happening. The only thing now is that this will still air. These particular streams will still air on 8 p.m. EST on Sunday every week. They're just going to be pre-recorded now, and I think I've said that like 20 times already, and you're probably like, oh, Dratta, be quiet, you know, it's just a status update. Well, this is actually kind of important, because it means that I'm going to be taking the channel to the next level, where I wanted to get my feet wet, and I didn't know how to start that, and that was with the MLP CCG, because I was really into it at the time, but I don't want to run out of content to talk about. Instead, I think that this is probably the better choice. Having a weekly, podcast talking about different aspects of the MLP fandom. And this will help me break into other things too. Hopefully mix things up for all of you. And hopefully it'll be a lot more popular. This will also allow me to broaden my horizons as a video artist. So what this means is that I think as far as a course of action, this is probably the better course of action. And I think that it's a good choice. Now, I know that a lot of you are probably like, oh, but Dratta, we didn't subscribe to your channel to listen to you talk for 30 minutes or have special guests. We subscribed to pay attention to the MLP CCG. And I'm like, okay, yes, that's probably why you showed up to my channel to begin with, but this will hopefully bring in more opportunity for these series. Plus, this way I can give you guys more professionalism on my end. Now, I'm really dedicated to the pony fandom and my video game groups, so I still want to do the video game content, and that's not changing. But those are definitely more like, hey, I want to release a video, let's go for it. These are going to be more professional. This is where you'll get to meet different aspects and different people in the Brony community. Hopefully, I can bring in people from Equestria Daily, maybe someone from the analysis community. This will be more news-based, which is more what I wanted to do to begin with. I wanted these to be very news-based. Rather than have it as a, rather than have it like a casual video. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, this thing called Dratta Talks, and I just didn't know how to implement it. I finally had the bright idea of just saying, I'm getting tired of covering the MLP CCG every week. Let's broaden the horizon. Let's expand the view. In this way, every week, it's something different. It's something different to look at. And hopefully, it will be healthier for the channel as a whole. Now, with this comes a little bit more professionalism on my part. I'm going to be starting a website, hopefully sometime soon, to branch out with this. Now, because I'm the tournament organizer for Indianapolis, I'm not leaving the MLP CCG. I know I've said that I might quit or whatever. I'm not. I've thought about it because I've been in a kind of, in the ground a little bit with it, and I'm like, I'm just feeling really discouraged. And really the discouragement on my part had to do with the stream as a whole. And I think that approaching it the way that I'm going to is a lot healthier, not only for me, but hopefully for you guys. And hopefully it will allow me to expand the horizons. Now, a lot of you might be like, but Dratta, what about those reviews that you're talking about, that review session? Are we going to see footage from the show or whatever? No. These are strictly going to now be podcasts. We might show stills and stuff from different aspects with images, but we're not going to be showing live footage unless I can pull that footage beforehand off of YouTube or something. But we probably won't be using that. Instead, I will be covering aspects of that particular episode. Generally speaking, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the older episodes, whether that be episode 1 or episode 2 of the first season. Basically, I'm trying to branch out. So if we do a review of each episode once a month, we're looking at around 4 to 5 years of content. This will allow me to keep the Brony fandom going on my channel and still do what I want to do. So, because we'll be looking at each episode probably chronologically, and because we'll have a different guest each time, it'll be more like a Fluttershy book club, so to speak, except with an MLP episode. So we'll have like 2 people, like me and a guest of honor, to talk about the episode. I do not see the Brony fandom coming away, and that will be like one of my talks later down the line. So like I said, the first Sunday will be dedicated to the fandom, whether that be blogs, musicians, analysts, or whatever. Whether that be people that do blind reactions or so forth. Once again, I am stopping my blind reaction series. There's too much copyright involved, so I'd rather just do a review session of the episodes for 30 minutes, talk with someone about the episode and stuff, and kind of what we thought. And that way we could pull in images and stuff offline easier without issues of copyright. A lot of this is going to be very news-based. Keep that in mind. So, because it's going to be more podcast feel, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm moving to. And don't worry, you guys will still get the craziness that is Dratta. Don't worry. I'm not leaving that section because, you know, squirrels. But I've gotten my energy back. I know what I want to do with this now. And I'm excited to get started. But this video, along with any others, will, of course, be uploaded before the Sunday, but they will not be accessible until after the premiere. Remember that. You will not be able to watch these before anyone else. These will be behind a premiere schedule. So if you end up seeing it before it premieres, please don't spoil it for anyone else. Or spoil it. Just don't do it. The YouTube videos will usually be uploaded maybe the day or 2 after. I will try to keep those on a regular schedule. Actually, I think YouTube also has a premiere section, so I might just do that in the future. This also means that I can record when I feel like it. This is better for my work schedule. My work schedule tends to be really hectic, and trying to do a stream at 8 p.m. EST live on a Sunday when I have to work at 5 a.m. in the morning means that I was oversleeping, having issues getting to my regular job, which I have to focus on because that's my actual career. This is actually healthier for me, and it will give you guys better content. It also means that I will have more energy to be able to do these. That means you guys will get me at full power and full excitement and full enthusiasm. But I am not leaving the MLPCCG. I'm staying. Don't worry. You'll still probably see me on things like Commentary is Magic or whatever. Just so you guys know, I make a ton of mistakes. I am not the most perfect person in the world. I am not the perfect Alicord. That is not what my Alicord became an Alicord for, if you remember his backstory. He made tons of mistakes to get where he's at. As always, you know, I will have more information as we go forward. Things like the website and the Facebook page, I plan to do more with, but hopefully, you know, I'll be able to still make my announcements. Now, the announcements will be occurring on other Facebook fan pages. This is to bring in more people for my podcast. Because these are going to be very heavy fan-based podcasts, hopefully I can, get these out there and stuff. By the way, guys, as of this video, I have hit video 100. So big thank you to all my subscribers. Big thank you to everyone that's hung with this poor little pony for, the last year or the last amount of time. Big shout out to everyone that's watched my stuff in the past. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys have been there for me. You guys have watched my content. Big thank you to everyone that agreed to come on stream with me. Big shout out to people like Colorado Contraptions, Pirate Dash, Kudo Coon, Grandpa's, Entra Bugle. Big thank you to him. Big thank you to people like Aracat, Big Cheese, all these people that have been very supportive of my going through my ups and downs or whatever. Big thank you to them. Great big thank you to Joking Luna. I cannot thank him more than anyone else, but he deserves special recommendation because he has been both my driver to conventions and my best buddy on the road. Thank you, Joking Luna. If you're ever watching this, I bow to you, and this alicorn swears eternal fealty to you. I know, weird, right? But these people have been very, very supportive of my channel. Very, very supportive. Big thank you to Firefox Indy. She has been a very close friend of mine for the last year. Big shout out to Novakun. I feel bad for what happened to him last year before Continentals, but he has been there for me as well. These people have been the center of my life. They have helped me through the good, the bad, and everything. Hopefully Pirate Dash will appear on the next video after I talk with him, but big thank you to all these people in the Brony community, the video game community. Big shout out to all of you. Once again, thank you, all my subscribers. You guys are great. And I hope to continue videos into the future. And I hope that from here on out, things are more interesting with me. Things are more fun. I was definitely feeling drained, but I'm back. I'm back at full power. My alicord got all of his magic, recharged. I had to beg the Tree of Harmony, to give me some magic power. But, and of course, as always, I will be at Winnie City. I will have videos up for you guys. It's looking like that my Cider Fest vlog will probably not happen. I am sorry about that. Because I just can't find the energy to actually edit it, because it's a lot of editing. And a lot of the footage didn't come out the way I was kind of hoping it would. I am sorry about Cider Fest. Hopefully next Cider Fest I can do... so what will happen is that the weekends I'm at conventions, what this means is that the weekends that I'm at conventions, these will already be uploaded, because I'll do them during the week or whatever. So that way we could bypass the convention stuff. I might even bring my computer to do the editing while I'm at the conventions, except BronyCon. I will do a video... I'll probably do a back-to-back recording or whatever and just have it premiere. But, so that's also something to note in the future. I will always have content for you. The only times that I probably won't have a video for you is probably the week of Christmas and the week of Thanksgiving, because those are very specific holidays that I don't want to do videos. Other than that, these will be every single week. in the future. I will probably not be taking another hiatus. If I do take a hiatus, I will notify you guys. But as you guys probably saw, I was still uploading on a hiatus, just different content. Now, as far as video games go, I will continue to try to put out video game content. It might look more randomized than it probably should. But this is the future of the channel, guys. So instead of the title, so the title is still Dratta Arcana Gaming. I am not changing DAG. I won't be changing that name. But DAG will be the name used to encompass all my content. First is Dratta Talks, which will be specific to my podcasts. So DAG is basically the overall company name. Company as in not really a registered company, but we'll just go with that. Dratta Arcana is still going to be my tag name for all these videos. But Dratta Talks is going to be my podcast that happens every week. So once again, guys, thank you for hanging out with me and attending this video. I hope to, I look forward to doing all this new stuff with you guys, and hopefully this means that I'll have more energy to do stuff. As always, guys, if you're looking to contact me, you can contact me via drattaarcana@gmail.com, or you can contact me via Dratta Arcana Gaming on Facebook. If you're looking for any of my content, it will be up on YouTube as Dratta Arcana, or you can go to Twitch at Dratta Arcana Gaming on Twitch. And as always, guys, no but Dratta comments. We'll see you guys in the next video, and I look forward to doing more of these. And see you guys next time. Bye.